Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope your day is already off to a great start. Welcome to my coffee and a card. It is Tuesday, November, let me look the date up, November 7th. Unbelievable. Election day in some places. We don't have really anything here, but it is election day. It is a sunny day in the 70s. Fluffy white clouds too, but just a beautiful fall day. The weather has been so nice here lately. We love it. Although dry, we do need rain. We didn't get the beautiful colors here that they usually do because there hasn't been enough rain, they say. So, oh well. I am not quite as happy though with the time change. As a lot of you know, we've lived, hi Margot, hi Lois. We've lived in Arizona for several years where we did not have to change the time. And believe me, it was awesome. I hate doing the time change. I hate. My whole body just gets all mixed up. I read somewhere that there is more heart attacks like the few days after the time change. There's just a lot of more car accidents after the time change. It really messes with our body clocks and I don't like it. Just going to be totally honest. Don't like it. Don't like it. But I'm getting used to it. I also don't like that at 5 o'clock at night it's getting dark. That doesn't make me happy. Do you too, Lois? I know. It's just, I wish we would abolish it. I don't know why we do it. But I'll get used to it. And then just in time, maybe they will abolish it and I can do the hallelujah dance. Anyway, welcome again. My name is Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. I am coming to you from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, which is now my home, and I'm proud to say it, and I love it. I've been an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 26 years, and I love what I do. Oh, you got a dusting of snow? Yeah, it is that time of year in upper Michigan and Wisconsin. Not here in Tennessee yet, which is nice. We're a little more moderate, but yeah, I get it. I'm here to help you find the joy of card making, to teach you tips to make you enjoy it, and then for helping you to encourage you actually to send those cards out to others and bring joy to them also. Please be sure you let me know you're here. Stop by, say hi in the comments. I love to hear from you guys. Hi, Lenny. I'm glad you're watching. Hi. Let me see. Any comments entered today through midnight tomorrow, November 8th, will be entered for a chance to win the card that we make today. So I always love giving that away. Our last winner was Joanne Norton. So Joanne, thank you for watching and commenting on that watercolor smoosh fall leaf card. That is on its way to you, and enjoy. Let's see what else I want. Also, if you can share my video, that really helps me as a small business. It gets the word out that I am here. It gets me exposure to people who might not ever see me otherwise. So if you can share me to your homepage, to a crafty page you belong to a crafty friend, that is wonderful. If you do that, like Margot just did, thank you so much, Margot. I will give you a bonus entry besides the comment that you make. So that would be like 2 entries just for that comment saying shared toward the card that I'm giving away. So I really appreciate when you guys do that. I am going to take you right down to the table, I think. I don't think I have anything else I have to share with you up here. So let's just do it. Here you go. I'm going to turn you around. I'm going to take you down. I'm going to go onto my computer and check that I'm in the right place, which I assume I am because you're all saying hi, and that I am centered where I want to be. So give me just a second. Looks pretty good, although I'm a bit at an angle, and I'm going to move it over right here. How does that sound? All right, this is me, the Crazy Stamping Lady, Maureen Rolfes. You can find my blog at crazystampinglady.blogspot.com. My email is crazystampinglady@gmail.com. My Facebook is facebook.com/crazystampinglady, which is where you're watching me from right now. My YouTube is under my name, Maureen Rolfes, and you can shop with me at stampingwithmaureen.stampinup.net. And this time I remembered to print out my new hostess code. So this is my hostess code for the month of November. If you are shopping with me in the month of November, please use that code. It assures that you're shopping with me, number one, but it also gives me back the most benefit for the order that you're placing. And a lot of the things I give away, I only give away if you use that hostess code, unless your order is over $150 pre-shipping and handling and tax. In that case, don't use it, and you will still qualify for any bonuses that I do, and then you will also qualify benefits on your order. Let's get this out of the way. My free monthly virtual card class. Place an order with me in the month of November and use my hostess order. You'll get 3 free card kits, 3 different card kits. For a $75 order, you'll get 3 card kits plus a bonus project. And for a $100 order, you'll get the 3 card kits, the bonus project, and a half a pack of current embellishments. If you do that in the month of November, I will mail a kit out to you on December 1st. And then you can join me for my online card class on Monday, December 11th at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time, where I will put those projects together. That video is available to anyone to watch, but only those that place the order will get the kits to do it either with me or watch the video and come back and do them afterwards. So I love doing this. I'm having a ton of fun with it. I wasn't sure I was going to continue it after this month, but I am going to continue this on for now because I'm really, really enjoying doing these online classes with you. My bundle bonus for the month is still the Merry and Bright bundle. It is a fantastic bundle. I love it so much. All of my proceeds from the sale of this bundle in this month will go to support the Doors of Hope Ministry in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It is an incredible ministry that I'm proud to support. Plus, if you order that bundle, you will receive from me a special bundle, tutorial bundle by email of additional card projects that you can make. So it is a win-win for everyone all the way around. And then it's that time of year again, guys. It's time to order gift certificates if you want them for your crafty friends or family, or to sneak that idea to your partner. Let them know that you are interested in a gift certificate from the Crazy Stamping Lady for Stampin' Up! Product. The gift certificates I give are from me. They don't go through Stampin' Up!, so you can only redeem them from me. So just be aware of that. I don't want anyone to be surprised. If you order a gift certificate, it'll be put into a gift certificate folder similar to this one. I have several different designs, but they will all be beautiful and festive. And then when you pull off the belly band and open it up, inside will be the gift certificate that you are giving. You can see this one is going to a lucky gal, $100. Look at that. And then you can, I'll put in who it's from, or you can ask me to leave that blank and you can write who it's from. And then the expiration date is 1 year from the end of this year, so 12/31 of 2024. So you have lots of time to use that gift certificate with me. So I'm going to put that belly band. I'm actually not going to waste your time watching me do that. You know how a belly band goes on. So today we are going to do a beautiful card, very simple. You could do a bunch of these quickly. I'm kind of in a quick holiday mood right now. This past weekend on Friday and Saturday, our Global Inspiration Group, excuse me, did a series of videos with one-sheet wonders so that you could get your holiday cards done quickly. And so I have a lot of cards to make, so that's where I go. So we're going to be using today this beautiful Oh Holy Night paper out of the mini catalog. I checked yesterday and it was still currently available. As you know, things in the mini catalog will go away now because as they sell out on them, unless they're planning on it to be a returning product, there's a good chance that we will not get them for the holidays. So they just will discontinue those products. So be aware of that and order what you want now before it's gone. And then out of the annual catalog, we're going to be using the Perched in a Tree stamp set, as well as coordinating dies. It looks like I didn't mark them, but they coordinate with the Aspen Tree dies, and I will show you those up close and personal. So we don't need to see it in the catalog. So here is Oh, and we're using one other set for a sentiment. So here's the Perched in a Tree stamps. Anything with birds get me every time, and I've used this set quite a few times already. But what really sold me is the coordinating dies. Now they're no longer but they're still available, and they still coordinate, and they're called Aspen Trees, and it has this beautiful window you can cut out with the aspen trees, as well as a die to cut out the bird, a die to cut out the branch. This one that's like foliage that you could put on your branch, so it's like little leaves clusters that you could put on there. And then it has a couple aspen leaves, a large and a small. So it's perfect for fall, and it's perfect for the holidays. It has beautiful sayings: no matter the season, I'm here for you. Let heaven and nature sing. Wishing you abundant joy and peace, and your kindness warms my heart. I love all of the sayings. And like this is kind of a cluster of leaves also that you could put if you wanted to stamp. But you guys know I always like these kind of funky backgrounds too. So whenever I see a set with those, I want to buy it because they're just fun. That's the reason. All right, so that's the products we're using today. Let me show you the card I'm going to be making. There is my envelope, and that sentiment that's also going on the inside of the card comes from the Night Divine set. Now there are sentiments in the Perched in a Tree. You could put wishing you abundant peace and joy, let heaven and nature sing. There's Christmas type sentiments in here, and we're going to be using this one. But I love this one. The stars are brightly shining, and when you see my card, you'll see why I picked that for the inside of my card today. So that's our envelope. And then here is the card. It is just a clean and simple card, but you can see the stars in the background, and those gems are sparkling on there. So to me, it was just the perfect sentiment to open it up and have it say, the stars are brightly shining. Let heaven and nature sing. So this is what we're making. I'm going to show you the paper that I'm using for my stars there. And it is, let me grab out, I think I have one left of each of the patterns. Let's see if I do. So this is Oh Holy Night is the actual DSP. And I'm going to move this out of the way for a second. And these are the patterns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whoops, let me get our stars going the right way, and 6. So you can see if you were making this card that you could really use any of these navy blue patterns for your background, because you don't necessarily have to go in the middle of stars. They could just be scattered around the stars, or in this case, they could become the star backgrounds, or navy blue really. So let me turn these over so you can see the back sides of them. So on the backs, they're more patterny, except for the navy blue one is still like that, just a different pattern on there. But they're beautiful, and these could be used year-round. They are not holiday specific. This one you could also use. You'd have a little different color of blue in the background, but you could use that for your star pattern too if you wanted. So I'm just pointing that out because there are a lot of different cards you could make out of this with that pack of paper, simply because there's so many designs that would work for it. So I'm going to set this up here. One of these days I'm going to change this paper so you don't have to see that blotch I got on there last time. But haven't done it yet. Soon, soon. Okay, so here's my envelope. It's just a basic white envelope, and I will stamp the sentiment on there for whoever gets this card. And then the pieces are very simple for this. So, oh, you know what? I forgot to take the sentiments out and put them on blocks. Luckily, in my new craft room, everything is pretty darn close by. So let me grab those out right now. The stars are brightly shining, and let heaven and nature sing. And get a couple blocks here. That is one thing I'm really working on in this craft room, is setting up stuff so it's all like within arm's reach for the most part of the things I use all the time. So, all right, there's our blocks. Now we have our sentiments. So these are both red rubber sets, so you do not need to have a pad underneath when you're stamping them. We're going to do the inside of our card, but the outside is Night of Navy. It is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, your normal little basic card like we do. I'm going to grab my Night of Navy ink, and we are going to stamp. The stars are brightly shining on the inside of this card. I'm going to make sure it's inked up. This is a very thin little script. I love it, but it is thin, so you want to be sure you completely ink up the sentiment and have ink on the whole thing without overdoing it, because you don't want it mushing out somewhere. I probably should have done this upside down, but I'm going to lay it on there and let it set for a second, again, because it's such a sketchy little saying. And there we go. Look how beautiful that is. I love the way it looks. I love the sentiment, so I was really pleased with this and wanted to use it on the inside of my card. Let me grab my seal. So I hope you guys are having a great day. Love to hear what the weather is by you. I posted yesterday about the busy day I was having, and it was a crazy busy day all day. We had to get our new driver's license. And currently, the DMV, or the traffic office here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, is closed for the busiest one in the whole state. So, we had to go find a surrounding one to go to. And the first one we went to when we got there, it looked like it had about a 3 to 4 hour wait, and there was just no way we were going to do that. So we left. We ran some other errands. So here's the background piece I'm using for this with these beautiful stars. It does have an up and down, although either way will work that way, but you cannot put this one on side to side. But that works because you're cutting these in 5 1/4 this way by 4-inch strips, so you can get 3 across on your 12 by 12 DSP. Oh, and even though I showed you 6 by 6, this DSP is 12 by 12. So I just had those pieces cut down for when I did my shares, so I could show everybody what the different patterns were, and I'm kind of hanging on to them to use at the very end. So I'm going to come in here and center this on the front of here. So after going there, we ended up going and looking for furniture, and we might have picked a living room set. My daughter doesn't love it, and she's an interior designer. But our tastes don't always match perfectly either, so we may end up getting it. We're thinking about it. We'll see. We'll see. We're the ones that have to live with it and pay for it. So, and then this is that Aspen Tree die. I'm just going to show you it against the blue so you can see. Look how beautiful that is. And it cuts out perfectly. I had no problems getting the pieces out. They just popped right out. I don't think I had to poke any of them out. They just popped right out. So I love that. We're actually going to take this piece and raise it up on a few dimensionals on the front of here. So let me grab those. So what we did is we looked at furniture. We went a couple places. Like I said, we still need to decide for sure on what we're doing for the living room furniture. But then we came home and had lunch, and then went to a different traffic office in a different nearby town. And it was afternoon now, which probably made it a little bit better. And it was a little further away, so that probably made it better. But we were still there an hour and 40 minutes just to get our license. So that was kind of crazy. A day well shot for sure. So I'm just snipping some of the edges here. This is from the mini dimensionals. I want to place a few on these little tree parts here. And you could cut your large ones in half. That would work too if you wanted to do it that way. But I try to use up all these little edges, so that's the route I'm going. And I want to have quite a few of these on here because I don't want these little aspen trees to smoosh down on the front of my card. I want them to stand up away from the cards. So this is a perfect one to use up all these little pieces on right here. And cut a few more of those. So never waste the edges on your dimensionals, guys. I know I say that and you probably all think I'm nuts for saying it over and over, but I have been at classes where people just pull off all the dimensionals and then throw away the outer set of them, and it just makes me want to cry. I grab them, of course, and do not let them stay in the trash, but I can't imagine wasting all that beautiful dimensional. So let's see where else. We'll put one here. And I have a skinny one. I'm going to put that one down here. And then I think we're pretty good. You just want a few of them here and there so that that is standing up. Now, if you didn't want that dimension, you could lay this just flat down against the starry background and that would work fine too. There's no right or wrong to those things, guys. You just get a little bit different look. So never stress about it. Do it the way you like. Or if you make a mistake and accidentally lay it down, then it's down. That's no problem. So we're going to add this to the front of this card. And the way I do that usually is I take the edge of the layer I'm going to put down and I line it up directly with the layer underneath at the bottom, and then I just kind of drop it down. And you can still wiggle it if you need to. Like I see that one's slightly crooked, but I haven't pushed down on any dimensionals yet, so it's good. But it is pretty darn close to being perfect. So there is our little tree scene with all those stars behind. And then I'm going to stamp my other sentiment. So this is Let Heaven and Nature Sing. And I'm going to use this again. And this script reminded me of the script on the other sentiment on the inside, so that worked. And I always like when we have actual block printing and then script with it. So this is a perfect little sentiment to me. I'm going to hold that there just a second, let that transfer. And then that's all the stamping I'm going to do right now. I'll get to the envelope later, but I can do that off camera because you've seen me stamp. And then we are going to bubble cut this sentiment. So I'm just going to cut that off. So I'm working with a smaller piece of paper. And we're just going to go around these letters. And I'm going to kind of go around them, but I'm not going to worry about being perfect with the edges. We're just going to come in here and around and up and down. And I call this bubble cutting. I don't know what others call it. It's really not fussy cutting because you're not worried about the fussiness of it. You're just kind of going in and out and around. And it reminds me of like a bubble floating in the air and how it kind of changes shape and, I don't know, just goes wider and then narrower and as it floats through the air. So that's what I call it. If you have another name for it, let me know. I'd like to know if you've heard it called something else. But for me, it'll probably always be bubble cutting. All right. So there is our little sentiment, Let Heaven and Nature Sing. And I am going to grab a piece of our sparkly ribbon. So this is our Glitter Organdy Ribbon. It is an online exclusive. It used to be in the catalog, and now it's become an online exclusive. I hope they keep it there for a long, long time because it is beautiful ribbon. It is perfectly festive for like a birthday, but it is gorgeous for Christmas. And what we're going to do with this is we are going to fold it in half. So I am going to come in with a glue dot. I'm folding it in half to kind of see where my center is. I'll make a little crease there. And I'm going to put this one glue dot just a little below it. Now this sparkle ribbon does have a right and wrong side. I'll try to show you that. It's more glittery on one side than the other, though you can still see all the glitter through it. So I don't really worry too much about that. But I'm going to come in here and we're going to just put these two pieces together like that, like a little kind of banner tail, just like that. And then I'm going to add another, well, actually I'm not even going to do that. Instead of doing that, I'm going to come in here with my seal. Grab the wrong one. We don't need Seal Plus for this. Just with my seal. That'll hold it. We don't need another glue dot back there. And we're going to add this just to the bottom of our sentiment. So it's going to stick out at the top a little bit, and it's going to stick out at the bottom just a little bit. And then this is going to be attached to the trees on our card. Okay, so I'm going to add just a little more seal right over that ribbon because I want this to stick to my card. We're going to come down here and I'm going to find a spot where I can get that seal to stick pretty well. Making sure it's pretty centered. And if it does adhere. Oh no, it didn't. It's totally up. Good. If it does get a little bit of glue on there and gets pressed down, it's not a big deal. You probably wouldn't even notice it if you did it, but I'm just trying to pop it up on those trees. That's why I didn't put the seal way to the end, because I didn't want it sticking down in these areas. And then the last thing we're going to do, and this card will be done, and I love it. I am going to mass produce as many of these as I can because I think it is so beautiful, is we're going to add a few of our gems to really make the stars twinkle. So we're going to put one right in the middle of the star and one, if I can get it. Let's see where else. I'm going to put one right down here in this section. Now this isn't in the middle of a star. It's just on the blue, but it still is sparkly. And we'll put one over here on this section on this star. And then if you wanted to add more, you could. I'm just looking at this to see if it needs it. You know, I do think I'm going to add 2 more. So I would say between 3 and 5. You don't necessarily need to overdo the sparkle, but you want the whole theme of those stars sparkling in the sky to come through. So I'm going to put one there and one there. All right, that's our card. Let heaven and nature sing. And then inside the stars are brightly shining. I hope you love it. I hope you'll consider making some of these. I just thought it was fast and easy, great to mass produce if you want to get a bunch of them done. Very few products to use, so you're using one DSP. If you want to stick with the sentiments out of Perched on in a tree, you're using one stamp set and you are using one die. The rest is fussy cutting, a little ribbon, and you are good to go. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you loved it. Please comment. All of your comments count for a chance to actually win this card. So I hope you do comment. You have till tomorrow night, midnight, to be entered to win, and I will draw for the card winner the next morning and send that out. I do plan to be back here on Friday at 10:30 Central Time, my normal time. Mark your calendar so you can join me. I'll have a brand new project for you. Also, I'm going to be on Thursday over on the Global Inspiration Stamp Team site. So we are doing the 12 days of Christmas where we each have a day and we cover projects. And I have 2 or 3 projects I'm going to show you in 2 or 3 different videos that day. I haven't quite decided how many videos I'm doing, but it'll be at least 2, maybe 3. And I will be sharing some Christmas projects to make your holidays bright and cheery. So I hope you can join me for that. That group is for my customers and team members only. So if you are not a customer of mine or a team member, I can't invite you. Unfortunately, it's how the collaborative group works. But if you are in one of those groups, let me know and I will add you to the group. As always, I would love to be your creative coach and demonstrator. If you have any questions at all about anything I've done or anything with Stampin' Up!, or if you just need a catalog, let me know. Reach out to me in the comments of this video or by email at crazystampinglady@gmail.com, and I will be sure to answer those questions and get you a catalog if you need it. I hope you all have an amazing day. This week is off to a great start, and I hope it only gets better and better. And I'll plan to see you Thursday on the Global Inspiration Stamp Team and Friday right back here. Bye now.